I'm making dinner. Tonight we're having street tacos. It's one of my favorites. You know that saying, I want to be skinny, but I love to eat tacos? That is me. I don't have the self-discipline to not eat tacos. They're just too good. So what we're having tonight is venison tacos. My handsome husband is a hunter, so he got this deer. It's going to be really good meat. And I've got it marinating in the juice of 2 limes, so a little bit of olive oil, some carne asada seasoning, as well as a little cumin, some garlic, and some chili pepper. So this should be really well seasoned. I've had this marinating overnight. So what I'm gonna do is go put this on the Traeger. Okay, I've got the venison steak on the Traeger. You can see the little chunks of garlic. It is going to be so good. So I've got the deer meat out on the Traeger, and now I'm going to make Pico De Gallo. It's a simple recipe, basic. We've got cilantro, Roma tomatoes. I've got a red onion and a white onion, half of each. They're large. So if you have a small one, use the whole thing. I'm going to see if we need 1 or 2 jalapenos. I'll taste it and see. Got 1 huge lime and salt. These are our ingredients. So I'm going to start chopping. Doesn't matter which order you put these in. I just want to tell you about my Marinate knife. My mom made my day. She sent these from Amazon to me last week. I was so excited to get these. This is a tomato slicer by Marinate. This is an amazing knife. If you love to work in the kitchen, this knife is a game changer. You'll see, watch it slice through a tomato. Watch it go through this tomato. I mean, it slices through it like butter. This is the best knife. It makes your job so much easier. So I'm just going to slice our tomatoes. You could use a food processor for this, but if you want your tomatoes to be all uniform in size, it's good to just slice them up. And I don't mind the extra work. It's kind of nice. Sometimes I just watch TV while I'm slicing up vegetables for dinner. And then I don't feel guilty watching my shows. So I'm going to slice these up in little, I'm going to cube these is what I'm going to do. Blender salsa is a lot easier to make. This is just a really yummy, fresh. It tastes like summer to me. Okay, I've got a lot of tomatoes to chop. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. All right, I ended up using 10 Roma tomatoes. And that's the perfect amount. Because I've got to have room in my bowl for the rest of the veggies. Okay, now let's go with the lime. I've got 1 huge lime. If your lime is small, use 2. That's a good lime. This is so big, I'm going to cut it into 4ths. This is a great gadget for your kitchen. I use it every day to make my Diet Coke with lime. I feel like you get a lot more lime juice than just by squeezing it by hand. Look at all that juice coming out. And it's not that much effort to push it down. Getting a lot of juice out of that lime. Last one. Okay, so far we have lime and diced tomatoes. Next, let's throw in our cilantro. I've washed this really well. And see where this band is? I'm just going to grab the band and twist. And that way all my stems that I don't want are gone. and they're all contained. And I'm going to take the leaves and kind of bunch them up together, make a ball out of them, and then chop them finely. I think this brings the freshness to our pico. There's our chopped cilantro. And now let's go with our red onion. I've already taken the skin off and halved it. I'm going to cut this in pretty small pieces, because I don't want to take a big, huge bite of onion. So I want these to be fine, finely chopped. That looks like a lot of onion. I'm wondering if I shouldn't put it all in there. I'm going to hold out a little bit, because look at all that. It's smelling good so far. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw the sweet onion in. Now we just have our salt and jalapenos left. Let's just go ahead with one and see how it tastes. We can always add. Ooh, those onions are making me cry. Again, very fine pieces. If you have a chopper or a food processor, the jalapeno would be a good thing to put in that. With my family, I am going to stick with just the one large jalapeno. Okay, that's our last ingredient besides the salt. The salt's great. It's kind of chunky, grainy. I'm going to put 4 or 5 big pinches. All of our lime juice is at the bottom. I want to get that all stirred in. I love the red onions in there just to give it some color. Okay, I think we've got that all incorporated. We added salt, but I'm going to add a little pepper too. I know we've got the jalapeno pepper, but I think a little black pepper would be good in this too. I'm just going to hit this with a little black pepper. Stir it up. And then we'll taste it. See if it needs anything. Doesn't that look great? I'm going to go get some tortilla chips. I'll be right back. Our pico is done, and it's taste test time. So I've got a little bowl and some tortilla chips. Look how healthy this is. We've got tomatoes, onions, a lot of veggies. Let's try it. Look at those chunks of jalapeno. Beautiful cilantro. You know what? This is darn near perfect. This is really good. I think all this needs is to sit in the refrigerator and chill for about an hour, so all these flavors marinate. There's our meat. It's been on the grill for about 20 minutes. I'm going to flip it over. Oh yeah. Oh baby, that looks good. Oh, that looks delightful. This little one's It's probably about done. I think I'm going to crank it up a little bit, but it's looking really nice. Okay, there's our venison steak. I want to call it good. I think it looks really delicious. I don't want to dry it out. Had about 20 minutes on each side. Looks pretty good to me. You don't want it like underdone, but you don't want it overdone either. Maybe like a medium on the deer. I'm going to take this off. Go cut through it. This little baby's done. The deer meat is off the Traeger and it's been resting. I don't know if you can see these juices. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. I'm going to cut into it, slice into it, and see if it needs to go back on the Traeger or if it's done. Okay. Take that slab. I'm going to go against the grain. Oh yeah, that's really good. That is done for sure. Oh, look, it's still got the juices. That is perfect. It's a little bit pink in the middle. Let me see if I can get a shot of that. Look at that. When I make tacos, I always fry up the tortilla. I start with some olive oil and then get both sides oiled. This is great when I do flour tortillas. It's good with corn. Street tacos, I think, require corn for sure. That's what I'm using tonight. So we'll get one side all brown, and then we're going to sprinkle cheese on the other side. Okay, now I'll put the cheese on, let it get all nice and melted. Okay, I'll put these on the plate with the others. And I think that's enough tortillas. Let's get our tacos going. Dinner is served. Got venison street tacos with some homemade Pico De Gallo. Some corn on the cob. We got this from a local fruit stand yesterday. And some refried beans with some chips to dip the beans in. Can't wait to dig into this meal.